Hello again, everybody! This is Bobby U! And as the cold, wintry, blistering weekend is coming upon us, we await the semifinals of Back to Avengers Fantasy Football Playoffs as 4 teams now remain standing, all looking for the grand prize of being the 2013 Fantasy Football Champion. Last week, we had True Perfection taking down Gang Green 132-83. And we also had Cobb Salad having a great week, taking down Superflicious Nipples 177-142, setting up a who's who in fantasy football here in the semifinals. Shelter from Above, who has won 8 in a row and would have had the most points last week when they scored 202 points. They will take on True Perfection. And the Pooch is back, the number 2 seed, led by the unflappable Peyton Manning, will take on Cobb Salad. The Pooch is back, has already gotten off to not a great start. Peyton Manning did score 20 points, but didn't go off, possibly giving Cobb Salad an opening. But we will see. And I will preview that matchup first. The Pooch is back has had a spectacular year in his return to fantasy football. The drafting of Peyton Manning, the running backs of LaShawn McCoy and Le'Veon Bell, the pickup of Alshon Jeffrey, and the drafting of Tony Gonzalez. And the Pooch is back, second in the league in points. Will be a force, of course, to be reckoned with as the number 2 seed. Cobb Salad has faced some injuries this year, losing quarterback Aaron Rodgers and wide receiver Randall Cobb. But he has fought through those injuries, led now by Matthew Stafford and the unconscious Josh Gordon. Cobb Salad looks for his second championship. Of course, the first one, when he took over TJ's Gliders, he never saw the winnings. This time, he looks to bring the winnings home, or looks for a chance to bring the winnings home to advance to the finals. The other matchup, Shelter from Above and True Perfection, will be the 4th time they meet in the playoffs. And Shelter from Above is looking to slay the ghosts of fantasy football pasts. In all 3 matchups, True Perfection has eliminated Shelter from Above. And it gets you to wonder, is True Perfection dancing in the head of Shelter? Going back to 2011, they met in the semifinals. True Perfection defeated Shelter from Above 211-186. That was the second consecutive year they lost to True Perfection. The year before, 158-133. And then you go back to the epic original Super Bowl or finals in 2004, when True Perfection was then known as the Impermeable Infantry, and Shelter from Above was known as Drop the Nuke. And this is well remembered, not just only for the finals and Tiki Barber and Larry Johnson going off and Tiki Barber winning the championship for Impermeable Infantry on the final game of the season. That was also Eli Manning's first win as a pro. But it's for the controversy led by the Pooch, known as the Pooch back then, that Impermeable Infantry asked, since he was going away for the New Year's, asked his opponent, Drop the Nuke, if they could just extend the waiver time just to make it easier for him instead of having to rearrange his trip, which he was going to do anyway if this wasn't agreed to. He just asked for the waivers to be up the day so he can make his moves and then go away. But the Pooch, who was sore from his loss the prior week to Impermeable Infantry, when he had, or looked like he was going to win, down 6 points going into the final game, David Akers just needed to get 2 field goals or a couple of some extra points in a field goal, and was shut down only with 1 extra point, and he fell. Even though Peyton Manning broke records that year, he couldn't advance. And because of that, his mouth opened and forced Impermeable Infantry to cut his trip short and come home early. The controversy of 2004. These two meet again this week, where the tensions will be high. The one difference now is Shelter from Above is the dominant team, and it will take everything True Perfection has to take him down. A Shelter from Above has proved that he is the league's best. And he will put that on the line this Sunday with a chance to return to the finals. Everything's on the line now. 4 teams left standing. Shelter from Above, the Punches back, the 2 teams that have dominated the league the entire year, sit up on their thrones now and look below. True Perfection and Cobb Salad look up at them and look to knock them off. In a no-holds-barred winter weekends, 4 teams remain. By the time the curtain closes, only 2 will go on for a chance to call themselves champions. This is Bobby U, and I'll see you again where the sun will shine once more.